Hello and welcome back to another EBS video tutorial. Subscribe now and don't miss the next one. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many of us have faced with our flash drives. That frustrating moment when your flash drive isn't showing its full storage capacity. In this video, I'm going to shed some light on the issue and help you understand why your flash drive might not be showing its full capacity. As always, you can read more on this topic on our website with the link under the subscribe button. So let's get started. All right, so picture this. You just got your shiny new flash drive and you're all set to transfer a ton of important files. But wait, your computer tells you that the flash drive has less space than what it's supposed to have. What's going on? Well, you're not alone in this dilemma. It's a common scenario, but don't worry, there's a logical explanation behind this mystery. Flash drives come in all shapes and sizes, boasting various storage capacities. But here's the catch. The storage capacity mentioned on the packaging isn't always what you get in reality. You see, manufacturers often advertise the total storage capacity in base 10, using metric prefixes like giga, tera, and so on. But Windows uses calculations in base 2. This leads to a slight disparity in the reported capacity. The key factor here is language. It's crucial to clarify from the start that we're not talking about a genuine difference in digital storage size, but rather a difference in how the size is measured. Your memory card isn't missing any data due to this difference in size representation. It's just being measured by a different standard. So Windows 10 or 11 measures a gigabyte as 1,073,741,824 bytes. That's 2 to the power of 30. But companies who manufacture your flash drive or SD card measure 1 gigabyte as 1 billion bytes, which is not only 10 to the power of 9, but a whole lot easier to say. So to reiterate, the storage capacity that your operating system reports might not match what you see on the packaging or label, and this can be attributed to the contrast between the binary and decimal measurement systems. You're familiar with terms like megabyte, gigabyte, and terabyte. However, the base 2 measurements introduce us to mebibyte, gibibyte, and tebibyte. This divergence in measuring systems is essentially the root cause behind the observed difference in reported storage capacity. Interestingly enough though, Windows is the only remaining operating system out of the 3 major operating systems that still use a base 2 system. Both macOS and Linux have transitioned to the base 10 system in the mid-2000s. So if you're a macOS or Linux user, this shouldn't be an issue for you. That being said, if you use your 128 gigabyte flash drive on Windows, you'll end up with 119 gigabytes. But what if there's more of a discrepancy, or you are using macOS? Embedded within your flash drive or SD card, there's a managerial presence in the form of a controller. This controller takes charge of maintaining the drive's optimal condition. To achieve this, it sets aside a portion of the drive, typically less than 1%, but it can be up to 10%. This reserve space serves as a buffer to address the wear and tear that inevitably occurs on the chip over time due to regular usage. Storage reservations are a very normal part of operating a camera. You may have a 128 gigabyte card in your camera, but after plugging the SD card into your camera, your computer tells you there's even less space available than you started with. Let's talk about what's happening. For starters, if you're on Windows, you will have about a 7% discrepancy related to the base 2, base 10 issue we spoke about earlier. Now remember, this isn't a real size difference, just an appearance. Secondly, the memory card controller reserves a small amount of space. And finally, and most relevant to cameras, the camera itself will reserve space for management and settings. These are called image database files. Similarly to how an internal hard drive on your computer has space taken up by the operating system, your camera reserves space for its own OS. Some cameras save settings on the SD card and set up a folder tree of metadata files as soon as you plug in the memory card. All right, now that we've uncovered the reasons behind this capacity conundrum, what can we do about it? Firstly, be very aware of the difference between base 10 and base 2 measurements. Understanding that can save you from unnecessary frustration. Secondly, keep an eye out for hidden files. You might be surprised at what's taking up space on your drive. Lastly, consider reformatting your memory card or flash drive with an appropriate file system that suits your needs. If you do this, always back up your data. And there you have it, the mystery of your flash drive's unaccounted storage space solved. Remember, it's all about understanding the technical aspects that come into play. Remember to visit the full article at the link under the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and get notified when the next video comes out. If this video is a benefit to you, share it with someone else. Thank you for watching.